All right, guys, it's that time to get us up the ring with the greatest faction in podcast history. Just Wrestling, the JFW Podcast, hosted by Travis Dean.
Illinois' most hated wrestling fan, Steve.
Steve is here with me. Steve, a lot of great feedback on these shows I've been doing with you since you came in.
Great.
I got a lot of people who, surprisingly, I don't think they hate you as much as you think, man.
Well, then I'm not doing my job because I just relish in the hate. And I'm going to say it because I like to piss people off. I am what most heels desire to be this day, to be hated, that don't care what the fans think, that don't want to sell the pictures, sell the T-shirts.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why. I just relish in that hate. And I'm doing my best for everybody at SCW to hate me. And I think I have been, because I really haven't been promoting them, and I haven't been talking about them that much because I really don't like the direction they're going. So maybe I can really get over with this show today of being the most hated wrestling fan in Illinois.
Well, if anyone could do it, Steve, it's definitely you. And we are going to talk about SCW's Intensity. That's coming up here on the 28th of August, I believe. And also, we're going to talk a little bit about the dates of some upcoming shows that got released, as well as Dynamic Wrestling Alliance, ARWPro, and of course, PPW Phoenix Pro Wrestling. That is happening Labor Day weekend up in Wisconsin. We're going to talk about all that and dive into it. But before we do, I just want to remind everyone that this episode, there we go, right? Keep that in mind, PepsiCo. This episode, Just Freaking Wrestling, is brought to you by Audible.com. Now, if you're just like me and you're a huge fan of stories and history, you're just not a big fan of reading them yourselves, Audible is the best place for you to go. It is the one-stop shop for all audiobooks. And if you go to our link, audibletrial.com/freaknet today, you will save yourself a 30-day free trial of Audible, plus get a credit to your first book purchase. That's right, 30 days absolutely free, plus a credit to your first book purchase. Just go to audibletrial.com/freaknet, sign up today, and save yourself some money as you test drive an amazing product that's offered by Amazon.
Do they have like blocks for like Charlie Jr. and Ivan in them to, and crayons? Because, that's kind of how they read and know how to make words. Just curious. Audible.com needs to have that stuff, Instead of just reading, have like somebody sitting here, okay, this word is the, THE, blocks and crayons.
I think they do have I have to double check, but I believe they have a kind of like follow along highlight thing. So like as they read a word, it will highlight.
Like a ball on top going boing.
Kind of very similar. Yeah.
I remember seeing that on like Little Einsteins when my kid was young. It, to be boing.
Were those the kids that were going on a trip in their favorite rocket ship?
There, Jesus, thank you. Now you got that song in my fucking head. We're going on a trip. God damn it! Thank you.
Yeah.
I'll be singing that shit on the way to work tomorrow.
My sister is like 10 years younger than me, and she was watching that stuff. And I was over at my mom's as she was watching it, and I heard it in the background. And I'm like, what the hell is that? Like, it's catchy but dumb at the same time. It got stuck in my head for days. 4 days.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe we should maybe our new music should be,
right?
We're going on a trip, our favorite podcast trip. JFW.
We'll see if we can find We'll see if we can find a local musician who could create our theme song based on that. See if we can do it. I mean, Conrad Thompson, who ripped off LaGrange by ZZ Top to, for something to wrestle. So we'll see.
He probably paid for it, knowing Conrad, because
God, loaded. Dude is loaded.
Real quick, I was going to tell you, I don't know if you noticed that, I don't always give a few minutes to up-and-coming podcasters like Steve Aaron and C. Red. The Power Hour tonight, they're at the training center of Southland. You didn't get that. We didn't get that invite.
No, that's.
They're interviewing the alleged sharpshooter. I'm sorry. Let me rephrase that. The alleged real sharpshooter, James Creed. They said they're going live there tonight to interview him. I didn't get an invite. Did you?
I've never been invited. No, now I have an open invitation to SCW's training facility, but I wasn't informed of this.
But just because you have an open invitation, though, it'd be like, okay, somebody has an open
I just
invitation,
can't
come to my
up.
house.
Yeah,
But
I just can't.
It's still nice to say, hey, would you like to come here on this night, this day, and interview me and tour? It's just they're treating JFW like some side bitches.
I just like to know, why isn't the Power Hour taking the opportunity to interview JFW?
Because they don't want, they're not sure how to interview greatness, and they didn't have Evo Gaines and Evo. That's a great team, and
they did.
They've had some decent people on there, but they never reached out to me, but they'd reach out to you first because
that's true.
You're the godfather of JFW. I'm just one of the soldiers. Hopefully I can move up in the the ranks of the JFW mob. Yeah, but I'm just a street shoulder right now. Soldier. Good God. Right now.
I'm a shoulder soldier. It's one of the things where, like, you know what? Hey, good for SCW to give the smaller podcasting groups and stuff their opportunity. I know Steve is their commentator, so maybe it's just a way of saying, hey, listen, thank you for doing this for us. We'll go ahead and do this for you. We've interviewed James Creed here on the podcast numerous times, JPH. So it's okay to allow the Power Hour to have their dues in time. Now, the moment the Power Hour starts doing Windy City stuff, that's where I'm going to have a problem.
C Red is an alumni of Windy City. He was there in the trenches, so they may.
Yeah. So we'll see. I'm going to go ahead and back burner the idea of Power Hour being at SCW. I'm going to be okay with that for now, because we do have some things I want to get through here on JFW that is a little bit more important than what Steve is doing over at the SCW school, and that is talking about what's happening at Intensity this coming August 28th, which I just found out today that Gino is going to be wrestling his final match at Intensity.
I've seen that. I'm very up. Gino Lantino is a veteran of indie wrestling. Comes from Windy City, a staple in that company. He has the charisma. Some people say he's a little flighty. He's just eccentric. He likes to put himself out there. Hell of a wrestler. Even though he likes to wear a wig to the ring and stuff, that's cool with me.
Yeah.
But, I'm a little deterred that, unfortunately, because, I have bills to pay and I like to eat and other things, I have to work. I'm working, actually, I think I'm going to be working a double shift that night. Yeah. So, and, I'm not buying the pay-per-view because I'm not having that streaming shit go mess up. It may work though, because I'll be up north, not down here in the sticks.
Yeah, well, yeah, you won't be in Bufu. You won't be in Bufu at the time. Just it's just one of those things where go ahead and just watch the pay-per-view. If anyone needs help, they could just wait.
Yeah. Right. Or you could be nice and just send me updates. Because you're going to be there, of course, right?
100%. I will absolutely be there. I'm excited because the way everything falls between now and September, the weekend of September 11th, I'm going to see a bunch of wrestling because I am actually off. Real quick, I want to read the announcement that was posted about Gino, which was shared by a bunch of SCW guys. But after 42 years of professional wrestling, after 42 years as a professional wrestler / professional strongman, I have called it quit. On August 28, 2021 will be my last match and then retire. This journey started at the age of 16 years old and ended at 58. What a run. Thank you, Lord. That's Gino Latino making his announcement that he will be retiring.
Let me tell you, the first time I got to see him live was in 2014. It was when they used to run, it was Chicago-style wrestling, Southland. It was at Legends in Borbonis, Hidden Cove. And he got in the ring, and he ripped apart a phone book, like a huge Chicagoland phone book. I lost it. He got thrown out of the ring, And I opened my arms, I gave him a hug, rubbed his head, I said, it's okay, it's okay. And that's when I became a Gino Latino instant fan. But no, he was great to watch,
Yeah.
Somebody that could actually wrestle.
Yeah. Well, maybe after his final match and everything, and he calls it quits. If he has some extra time, maybe we'll get him on the show here. Talk about that 42-year career. With you being a fan and me liking to talk to guys I never spoke to before, I think that'd be a great opportunity for both of us.
Well, you just got to reach out to the Southland hierarchy and what they call that, the ivory towers. You got to talk to Caesar and see if you can, get some information how to get a hold of them.
The thing I realized best after the issues I've had in the past with a little bit of Hunter Payne, a little bit of Sentinel, I learned that it's easier for me to just kind of go about the stuff on my own. So I'll probably just reach out to Latino on my own. Ivan Manson is willing to come on the show and talk about how his career is almost over.
Is he?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I've talked to him about that before.
Oh, yeah. Please.
Yeah, I
gotta ask him. I gotta ask, if he's still choked up from what happened.
Well, yeah,
oh, dude, I love the.
You gotta show our guests respect when they come on the show, man. They may not come back, so you gotta give them respect. You gotta do what I do. Yeah, you gotta do what I do. You gotta wait till the very end when you get the interview out of them, and that's where you kind of like throw that shit at them.
See, once again, this is the on-the-job training. I didn't get like a booklet how to do the. They're just like, here, you have, and being told I have to pay you to be on the show, that's kind of bullshit. But we'll talk about that later.
I think I gave you the analogy about the movie Honda with John Wayne, just throwing you right in the river and letting you swim.
Yes.
That's what it is, man. It's these little things I'm going to teach you along the way. Hey, listen, interview, you just make sure you're professional for the first 98% of the interview, and that final 2%, we got what we needed. Say what you want to say.
Okay.
This happens, right?
Plus, don't bring Charlie Jr. on here, please. Just Ivan.
I don't know if my microphone could handle Charlie Jr. anymore. I interviewed him once. I mean, that dude was screaming into the mic. He was
raping the microphone. How I say it. He rapes the microphone. He violates the shit out of it.
He goes
always the same thing.
He goes at every microphone. He goes at every microphone as if it's like an in-ring promo thing. And when it comes to podcasting, you don't got to do that. I had the same issue with the old-timer Jeff King. That dude acted like he never seen a microphone before in his life. Didn't even understand what a podcast was. And he went mouth to mic and just in deep. Yeah, I swear to God, this is exactly what it was. When I get in the ring.
God damn it.
I'm dying. He did it, but you know what?
If you get you let me know ahead of time, because our schedules don't mesh sometimes about getting Ivan. I'd love to have him on here.
Yeah. Well, eventually we're going to do the things that we promised our listeners here, and that is get these wrestlers on here in interviews. We're going to talk about the history of independent wrestling. We're going to get to that stuff. We just got to find that lull in wrestling shows and stuff and keep those updates.
Right.
It's kind of like what we did with Evil Games and Evil when we had them on the show. We had like a brief little lull. There was no ARW to talk about. We got PPW talked about, SCW talked about. So hopefully we can start planning this a little bit better, a little bit more, and who knows if we can find some better scheduling. Pump out more shows. If we get the viewers and stuff involved, I have no problem pumping out as many shows as it needs to get our fans happy.
Yeah.
And it's all about just finding time between my schedule, your schedule, Dally's schedule, DJ schedule, just get these shows out. I mean, that's how this podcast has been working. So it's like if I get
sorry to interrupt you, but speaking of Dally and the other guy, how's the A show going?
Oh, you tell me, Steve.
I don't know. I'll admit our we were supposed to record every week, but life happens in general. But I think we've had more shows in since for 2021 than that show almost. Am I wrong?
It's fairly close. And you're 100% right, and that's what keeps interfering with us. It's just life, and the fact that our schedules are completely different. Mine, I have I don't know how the schedule is called, but my days are different every week. Dally's days are different every week. Your days are different every week. DJ is the one person that has consistent day, week to week a schedule, except his are straight nights. So it's trying to find that balance on getting everyone together. It's just hard to do. I mean, it's even hard for me to get me and Dally together just because my schedule is different than hers, to where she's working 3 a.m. until 1 in the afternoon, but then I'm working 5 p.m. to 5 a.m. And shit like that. So, we are wrapping up this season. It's coming up soon, which I'm excited for that to happen, because that's been in the works for like 2 years to finally get the next season wrapped up. But the consistency, I believe, will be there. We just got to figure out how to get the scheduling down and everything. And plus, I gotta
take my shots at it.
Oh, you got to. Plus, I gotta get ready for the big move of the studio, if you will.
You're moving, huh?
Yeah, I'm changing the studio up a bit, and I'm moving it to a different area of the house, if you will.
Nice.
Yeah.
All that sponsor money's helping finally, huh?
Right. Yeah, I had an addition built onto the back of the house, if you will. I was sitting up the other day, trying to figure out like how I can make everything look nicer for the YouTube channels. And it dawned on me that I have a room in my house that's set up a little bit different. It's a longer room, and it would definitely help out the look of everything. So, because as you can see right now, that's a curtain to a window, and that's like a calendar or some shit, and then you got all that wrestling stuff. So if I can move it into the other room, then the entire back wall will be that setup. Camera will shoot straight onto it. It'll look a little bit more pleasing to the eye. So,
over there, I thought that was another banner. I thought that was my banner.
That right there?
I haven't got it yet. Yeah, I thought maybe you're just like, freshly made it, keeping it nice and straight for me. And
nope, that's just blocking the life of the outdoors from inside here.
Understandable.
Yeah. But a lot of changes coming to JFW, and like I said, like we're doing our best to get the shows out as much as possible, and we appreciate our fans who are sticking around. I actually just had this talk with my co-host over on this freaking show, because we were just on summer vacation on the other show. We took about 8 weeks off, and there was a lot of speculation on, like, how come the shows aren't out weekly, and why, they're doing this and doing that. And the thing is, when you have a fan base like we have here for Freaknet Studios, whether it be JFW or this freaking show, we have fans who understand how life is busy. And if we can't get a show out this week, we have a library of past shows that people go back and listen to. I still have people going back and listening to the Evil Gains and Evil show, because people want to learn about Evil Gains and Evil. Or they go back and listen to, like the shows that I did with like DJ before even Dally came around. I mean, the libraries are there. So we appreciate the fans. I know Steve is appreciative, because he's getting an opportunity to finally get his voice out into the world rather than just megaphoning it at a arena.
I know that megaphone. It's going to come back out of retirement. He's tired. I had to put him on for a while.
I was asked about the megaphone, man. Somebody asked me when Steve was going to bring back the megaphone.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. They do miss the megaphone. Everyone misses the megaphone, man.
Well, next show I can get to, I think I'll have to bring it back out. Just I didn't want to kill it. You know what I mean? You do something too much, you kill it. And yeah, I remember the first time I brought it, people were like, "What the hell? That guy's already got a big mouth. You don't need that." I like to turn on the siren on it when it the siren. Woo,
woo. Saturday, August 28th, Shaban Civic Center, SCW presents Intensity. One of the first matches announced for Intensity was the three-way tag match to decide the leader of SCW. You have the commissioner Sentinel with his team taking on the former president Keast with his team, and I don't know who Terry Allen is, but
You don't know who Terry Allen is?
Like his title, not I know who he is. I don't know what his title.
Like, God damn!
No, no, trust me. I know who Terry Allen is. I've seen him enough times to know that he's a guy. He's a person. I know he has Windy City connections. But when it comes to Commissioner Sentinel, former President Keast, Terry Allen doesn't really have that title. I think he was like an acting president for like one or two shows.
I thought they were going to do like an official election. So I guess instead of election, they're going to do it this way.
Yeah. It's wrestling. You gotta do it this way.
I know. But, nothing like a good old election in Illinois, Nothing wrong with the elections in Illinois, so why not have one?
Oh, God, no. Never. Never. Never.
So, I was sitting there thinking who would be on Terry Allen's team.
Yeah.
I personally, before the show we started talking, I thought about Bane X, but you said he'd be on with Sentinel.
I think he'd beat Sentinel because he was one of the guys when me and Dizzle J used to do interviews at SCW's training facility before we got replaced with Steve. We would always ask people about their confidence or no confidence in Sentinel, and Bane X, Paradox, James Creed were some of the few who backed him, who agreed with it. Now, I haven't spoken too much with Bane X about Sentinel since his retirement. He was on the roundtables from time to time, but we really didn't talk too much about his confidence or no confidence in Sentinel. But it always seemed like it was still kind of there that Sentinel was still had an allegiance with the Alliance of Hope. So that's why I think if Bane X, who has announced his return to the ring, I could see him teaming with Sentinel. Yeah.
Well, you're right, and maybe the Patriots of Hope, maybe the Sheik and Bane X.
It could be Paradox. I mean, Paradox hasn't been around a while. That'd be a simple surprise. But Terry Allen is the question mark. Like who does he have? I mean, like, does he go back Windy City and bring someone in, or does he pull somebody that's off the current SCW roster?
You never know. You never know because they have the history of Windy City. It's where they're born, bred. It's where they cut their teeth. He may bring in, and I'm going to say a lot of those fans are idiots when it comes to the Windy City history. Hell, when Terry Allen came out, that whole place was quiet until I yelled who he was.
Yeah.
It was quiet. Nobody knew who he was. And he may pull somebody out of retirement from Windy City. You never know. Yeah. And unfortunately, I can't come because I had to work, Mm-hmm. I'll probably lose my mind if it's somebody that I never thought it'd be.
Who, if you had to name two people that there's no way in hell it could be them, but it'd be awesome if it was, who would it be? From back
Mike Anthony.
Okay.
And just to throw a monkey wrench in it, I'm gonna say Sam DeSera, the owner of Windy City back in the day. My head would go, it would literally explode.
You think Sam DeSera would come out of retirement to step in the ring?
He did at 10-19-19.
Yeah, I can see that.
And think about it, to get control of SCW, Terry Allen and Sam DeSera are like that, man. They're like that. So he comes back, Terry wins. Mm-hmm. You bring Mr. Legit Mike Anthony in to, Mike Anthony could tie you up in 2 seconds in a knot and you wouldn't know what the hell happened.
Yeah.
So you get Terry and Sam in there. And what this does is it puts Terry in control. And you never know, the Godfather, Sam DeSera, may be in Terry's out and say, hey, we got to do this, this, and this.
Mm-hmm. Well, okay,
Might be a way for Sam to come back and control wrestling in Illinois again.
What about trying to think who what about Ivan? Ivan has history with him. If he's healthy enough, maybe he could go in there.
That wouldn't really be a surprise to have Terry and Ivan together.
Well, it's not that
I know after
they're not surprise opponents, they're mystery opponents, man. I mean, you want to get the biggest guys you can find. Like, honestly, if I was Terry Allen, I'd get fucking Hunter and Ivan as a team.
Well, yeah, Hunter and Ivan have probably faced each other more than any opponents in Windy City history. Mm-hmm. Balazar, I can't say his name. Balazar and Ivan. That's just his. They could probably wrestle blindfolded and know what moves they're going to try to do on each other. Mm-hmm. That's just history.
Yeah,
that could bring Terry Allen could bring Eric Roberts back.
Yeah,
you
Sean Mulligan's from that time too, isn't he?
Yeah, you haven't seen Sean Mulligan in a while. Hell, who knows? Marche hasn't been around. He may come back.
Yeah.
Marche cut his teeth there.
What about Sentinel? If it's not Alliance of Hope, who could Sentinel get?
I don't know. But hey, you never know.
I think that's why.
Maybe Max will come back for you.
God, wouldn't it be awesome to see a 3-time SCW heavyweight champion who has the title for over 400 days? Right on.
Yeah. The pandemic champion.
I think that's kind of why, like, maybe there hasn't been enough matches really announced for this, because they're still trying to finalize who they're going to have on teams, and the last thing they want Terry Allen or Sentinel to have their opponent or their teams wrestling multiple times in a night, which is also which I think is also smart with Terry Allen, is not announcing his team right away, because realistically, out of these 3 guys, Sentinel's the one with the pull still to go on this company. And what's stopping him from putting Terry Allen's opponents in a match before the I'm assuming this is going to be the main event. So smart man Terry is.
You never know. And JPH could be with Sentinel.
Yeah, JPH is a Sentinel guy. I mean, he's had.
Here's the thing: if James Creed, I know he's wrestling. Who's he wrestling again?
Mikey Wild. Yeah.
Yes. If his match is first, and this is the main event, I'll put money it's going to be James Creed and JPH. They're Sentinel supporters.
They are.
They're SS. So the mystery is, that's one thing about pro wrestling you gotta love. It's just, as fans, we crave to know what happens, but a lot of times it's like, I'm glad I don't know what happens sometimes. Mm-hmm. Just surprise you. You don't want to. You want to know, but you don't want to know.
Yeah, it's one of the things, like, it's kind of like a Christmas gift. Like, you want to be excited on Christmas Day, but damn it, you kind of want to sneak down to that tree when your parents are sleeping just to kind of glance into the wrapper real quick. And that's one of the things, man, and that's what I love about doing this stuff is, like, I could probably have more access to the behind the scenes, but I just don't want it.
No, because it's not to go mainstream, but it's like JR and them. They really never knew. A lot of times I listen to JR, JR's podcast, Conrad. A lot of times he didn't know what was going to happen. It made it authentic.
Yep.
Yeah. It's like when Mankind went off the cage. He didn't know about that. Yep. It's kind of hard if he's going to fall off the cage. If you don't know that something like that shit's coming.
I don't think anyone really knew that was happening, to be honest with you.
No. For a few, probably a handful of people.
Yeah. I assume it'd be one of those things where, like, Mankind went up to Vince McMahon. It's like, hey, Vinny, I have this idea I want to do from the top of the Hell or Hell in a Cell. And Vince's like, I don't want to hear about it. Just do what you want to do.
Just do it.
100%.
Probably.
Yeah.
Speaking of Hell in a Cell, one match I'd love to see back again. They did a lot in WCW back in the 80s as a scaffold match. I know they're dangerous. I'd love to see a scaffold match.
Yeah. I don't know.
Honestly, it's no different than a damn ladder match these days.
Yeah. I mean, I get it. Yeah.
Max Holiday kind of had one in Clifton that one year.
Yeah.
The scaffold kicked his ass.
Yeah. Cost him his title.
But he still did keep wrestling though with a broken foot.
Yeah, he won the match, but he had to vacate the championship. And then what happened? Then fucking Terry handed that title to Hunter.
Yes, I'll give you that.
Monsters.
So that's where you're thinking about that. That's where Ivan may remember and say, "Nah, I ain't gonna team up with him."
Yeah.
But like they said, that was the Godfather plans.
Evil Gaines and Evil is making their in-ring debut as a tag team, taking on Rick Raid and Christopher St. Michael. Now, we know that Elite Pain is going to have a tag match as well on Intensity. Give me your thoughts on the fact that Evil Gaines and Evil has been pushing to face Elite Pain for months. And now that they finally get an opportunity to wrestle together in the ring, it's not against Elite Pain. Is this kind of a, hey, let's leave them apart to build it up a little bit more? Or like, what do you think is going on in the mindset of SCW officials making this match?
Well, I think they're protecting Elite Pain like they always have.
Yeah.
Because what they're, Rick Raid, newcomer to SCW, he's no slouch. This guy can go. He went match he had with he's no slouch. And Christopher St. Michael's, he's been around for quite a bit, and he's a very complete wrestler. I think personally, the management at SCW did this purposely to try to soften up Evil Gaines and Evil for Elite Pain, because Elite Pain's kind of older. What do they call Hunter? Hip pain.
Yeah, whoever came up with that is a horrible person.
And I'm not burying nobody on here.
No, that's JMP's, bro. It's JMP. It's a JMP.
My shovel's in the garage. So, but no, I think they're personally, I think they're trying to soften up because they don't want Evil Gaines and Evil to reign terror. And once Evil Gaines and Evil wins those titles, because you have Angel who's won the women's title.
Yeah.
Once they win those titles, I would think it'd be great. They go after the Genesis title, put the Genesis title on Aaron, and put the world on Hudson, and they have all the gold. One whole night would just be Evil Gaines and Evil matches.
You could call the show SCW Gaines and Evil.
Yes.
But we do see that Elite Pain is taking on Spade and Ramon. Ramon, I'm not too familiar with. I'm not sure if I've ever seen him wrestle.
He's from a lot of what he's done. What I've seen of him, he's from POW.
Okay.
That's up in Fox Lake.
Yeah.
He, trying to remember who he wrestled not too long ago. He was down here. He's part of the Mexican cartel up there.
Okay.
You don't fuck with the Mexican cartel, they say. And then Scott Spade is, I wasn't a fan of Scott Spade at first, but after the last show, I became a Spade fan. After he just like I said, he walked the dog on the Mad Dog.
Now,
the Mad Dog thinks he's all this, and then old Scott Spade had to rein him in.
Now, is it possible, because I'm not sure if you had a chance to watch the footage from the show, but obviously Hunter Payne and Ivan do have a history. Hunter Payne was one of those that came out after what Spade did to Ivan. Do you think maybe this is just a way for Hunter to try to get some redemption for Ivan by taking on Scott Spade?
Might be, because I don't think Ivan's going to be ready to go.
No. Well, this is for the SCW Tag Team Championship, so who knows? Maybe Spade and Ramon will end up taking the titles from Elite Pain, and then Gaines and Evil wouldn't have to worry about Pain. Take on somebody else for those titles, because I don't think they care so much about who's holding the titles as they do about the titles themselves.
True. They want the gold no matter who's got it. It could be it could be James Creed's dad and his mom out there, because his dad likes to get involved in matches. Put the titles on them. Gaines and Evil will take them on.
And can also acknowledge the fact that here's Gaines and Evil, who has never wrestled with each other yet. But their promo photos, they are wearing matching like in a wrestling gear. Right?
Yes.
That's a team. That is a fucking team.
See, I love that. That's one thing I always talk to my kid about when we're watching wrestling. I said I like the old school way of tag teams that wear gear that is damn near, tights, knee pads, or you know, and boots all the way down. They may have different elbows, padding on or wristbands, but a team that looks like a tag team.
100%.
Not a team that looks like they were just, put together because two guys didn't show up. See, I like that. I like teams that look, that complement each other, that, wear the same gear and, But I think you're going to, like I said, I really hate to have to miss this, but I think that's going to be one of the matches of the night.
I think it will. I think people have been waiting for Gaines and Evil to come in, not for the fact that they're just Gaines Evil, but the fact that they're a true tag team. And I think people are missing that and want that more and more in SCW. Obviously we're about, I don't know what, 4 or 5 days away. I don't know if there's gonna be any other matches announced. There could be some last minute ones, but we have nothing about the Genesis title being on the line, nothing about the women's title on the line, nothing about the SCW Heavyweight Championship on the line. So those could still be coming out. We don't know. We can only discuss what is given to us over social media, because when you send a message to SCW officials saying, "Hey, me and Steve are going to be recording the podcast tomorrow. Do you have anything you want me to share?" and they don't respond, then I got to sit here and do my own fucking footwork, which I believe that I'm at a point in my career where I shouldn't have to do it myself, but
Well, this is basically almost every time we usually go about an hour on the pod. I'm looking at the time. So we're at 49 minutes. So this
is really already?
Probably.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
But basically, this is a promo video of an hour for SCW. We're promoting this pretty much their show. Mm-hmm. We're talking about their storylines, their wrestlers, and to treat us like that, to give all the, easy tasks to, Conrad wannabe. I'm not even going to name his name in blue, red, or C red. It's a slap in the face.
It's nice when the Power Hour gives SCW an hour every couple of months, but here we are, fucking
damn near
40, 45
every time we have a show.
Every time.
Yes.
Every time. And the fact that I still don't have an SCW shirt irks me. But it's okay, because I'll continue to wear my amazing merchandise. But freaking tpublic.com.
You should have one.
I 100% should have one. Absolutely.
I got a hat.
I got a hat.
W on it.
Oh God. Also, that's been announced. ARW is coming back. They officially set the date for September 11th, 2021, at the American Legion Post 100 in Lake Station, Indiana.
The Yarder Fed's coming back?
Oh, dude.
No, I'm joking.
Whoa.
That's a joke. It's a joke.
Oh. How dare you? How dare you?
No, ARW, they do good. They do good shows.
It's good shit. I'm happy for
shit, pal.
It's such good shit. September 11th. Do you think you're gonna make it out to that one?
It's my weekend to work, man.
You're a monster.
These shows are starting to hit on my weekends of work and your weekends off.
I know. It's crazy.
And a lot of times on my weekend, my Saturday work, I'll pull a double shift. Yeah. I need that overtime, so.
I get it. September 11th, 2021, ARW Immortal is coming to Lake Station. Tickets are on sale for $10. When we get some matches announced for it, we will let you guys know. I got to get a hold of them because apparently people don't understand they need to get a hold of me, but whatever. So we'll find out some of those matches. I know they got the tournament going on, so hopefully we continue to move forward with those.
Yeah.
Also, it's been announced that Dynamic Wrestling Alliance is returning to action November 13th, 2021 for DWA Resurgance.
They say where their show's being held, or just have the date?
Just have the date. There's been any announcements as far as who's going to be there, what's going to happen, anything like that. So Then we can talk about Phoenix Pro if I get to it. Awesome. Phoenix Pro Wrestling, September 4th, 2021. Are we going?
I don't know. I want to go, but
yeah. It's such a Dizzle J
I know.
answer. Such a Dizzle J answer.
No, dude. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I'll say right here on the podcast. I don't care what anybody thinks. With this pandemic shit going on, I suffered from COVID for a year. I was very sick.
Yeah.
And if it's just. Now, I'm not putting anybody's beliefs out here or anybody's political shit, but there's times where I don't feel comfortable going in crowds right now.
Yeah. Well, if it makes it feel better, this is in Holman, Wisconsin. So
I will let you know.
That means. Yeah. Right now, projected, hoping to go. We'll see how it goes. But it is September 4th, 2021. Holman American Legion, post 284 in Holman, Wisconsin.
Where the hell is that at?
It's in Wisconsin.
We're at Wisconsin, dickhead.
In Holman.
Fucking asshole. Like, how far over the state line? What bigger city is it relevant to?
On the other side of the line.
Side of Illinois. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Fucking asshole. I thought you were going to get the owner on here.
Yeah.
Aren't you going to get the owner on here?
Yeah, I'm working on it, man. God damn it. It's a process. I want
some questions to ask. I want to ask him some questions. Didn't they used to run Illinois?
They did do a show over on our side at one point. So Holman, Wisconsin is up by entertain our fans while I figure this out.
Okay. What do I do? I tell you what, go ahead and look. I'll entertain the fans. All right, anybody wants to hit me up on Facebook? I was on Twitter, but I kind of been kicked off because I talk shit to many politicians. Anybody wants to hit me up on Facebook for like questions about indie wrestling? I say try to stump Steve on Facebook with indie wrestling questions. And there could be a prize for you. I'm not saying what it'd be, but you may like it. Because I'm thinking about doing autograph pictures. And the people pay me for them. Like you normally do.
Do you know where La Crosse, Wisconsin is?
Fuck no. Lacrosse, that's a sport.
Do you know where it's like 5 hours from us. I can't tell you.
Good God.
It's over by Minnesota. Okay? That's all I can tell you.
Are you shitting me?
Wow. Maybe it's like Minnesota, yeah.
Holy
if I had to
shit,
guess,
dude.
it's closer to St. Paul than it is to Chicago.
Jesus. Closer to St. Paul, Minnesota? That's unreal.
No, St. Paul, Nebraska. What the fuck is wrong with you? Hold on, dude. I can tell you exactly how far. I think it's 5 hours, right? It's 4.5.
That's a long trip for me.
It's 4.5 hours, one way.
Wow. Why don't they come back? Why don't they come to Illinois?
I don't know.
Well, fuck. There's probably so many damn indie feds in Illinois right now. Anyways.
Are you? Let me look real quick. Are you? What are you doing August 29th?
That's my weekend to work.
That's
this weekend.
Yeah, this coming 29th. You're working nights?
Yes.
You're working nights?
I don't know yet. I don't get my overtime until usually tomorrow or Thursday.
Find out.
Pretty much get it.
Find out if you're working Sunday night. If you're not, maybe I get a hold of PPW and we can have them come in on Sunday night.
Okay.
Because I'm assuming you're working Saturday, and I'm assuming that's an all-day thing. Yeah. So so we'll see if we get them on Sunday. We'll see what we can get from there. If not, maybe
if you're going to get them on, I won't accept the OT. It's not a big deal.
No, accept the OT, man. I'm not gonna take money out of your pocket. Fuck it.
Oh, I thought you were gonna match it. You're gonna pay me for my time.
Why the fuck would I pay you for your time?
Well, let me see. Time and a half.
Yeah. Do the math for me.
Hold on. Okay, I make $26.50 an hour. I know that ain't much. $26.50. Hold on, people here.
Yeah. He's doing math. He's still trying to open the calculator on his phone.
I am. Fuck you. Not 13. Good God. $39.75 an hour.
Okay, see, there you go. What do you want from me? I'm paying you in life experience, bro. I am paying you in life experience.
That's true. You know, these days and memories and education I get, you can't beat.
Yeah, you can't put a price on what I'm teaching you here. Just to run through some of the matches for PPW, Debbie Locke is taking on Pretty Boy Chomp in the last Lucha Standing match for the PPW Legacy title. I know, Steve, you're not a big fan of all the titles that are going to show, but it's going to happen.
I was getting ready to count them. I went 1.
NAW TV title match with Crazy Scott taking on a mystery opponent. I lost it. Give me a second. Let me find them. Let me find the list again. There's too much stuff, man. I really need an assistant. That's my thing.
Pay them.
And life experience, man.
You're a cheap son of a bitch.
Oh yeah.
Jesus.
Hey man,
tell you what.
When PepsiCo gets a hold of me, I'll make sure I get you some fucking paychecks. I'm just weighing this out before fucking WWE gets a hold of me and say, listen, we would love for you guys to come in and do a WWE podcast on the WWE Network. Then you have to pack your shit up and move to Connecticut.
We're going.
Fuck yeah, we're going. Okay, so Debbie Locke.
I don't know. I don't know if I want to work for that company right now. Shit.
Listen, man, all we got to do is get through like maybe the next 9 months before they fire us because of cost cuts. And we should make enough money to be comfortable for a point.
Well, then you get your name out there, and
right,
maybe we'll be picked up by a.
It's not like you have to quit your job. You just take a leave of absence.
Leave of absence. Yeah, it's not that easy.
No, trust me. What do I know? I've always get fired from my places. Lucha.
Jesus.
Last Lucha Standing match for the PPW title, PPW Legacy title. Debbie Locke taking on Pretty Boy Chomp. We already talked about that one. NAW TV title match. Crazy Scott taking on mystery opponent. Why the fuck does this keep blanking out on me? All right, let's go. Here we go.
I thought I had issues with technology.
Oh, trust me, I am tech-tarded, brother. United States. Yeah. United States.
New shirt.
It needs to be, right? I want to make a shirt that has me going, United States.
JMP. Sorry.
United States 6-man tag title match for the Triple Crown titles. No Coast is taking on the Disciples of Darkness. PPW tag team title match. You got Pain and Pleasure taking on A Unleashed. Not a big fan of how that sounds.
A Unleashed taking on A Unleashed.
PPW
Unleashed.
Right. PPW World Heavyweight title match. You got Robbie McCain taking on a mystery opponent. You got Maverick and a mystery partner taking on Night Court. No title.
Holy shit.
You got Just Jake taking on the Black Hand Drew Bronson. No title.
Wow.
That's about it right now.
Goddamn, 5 title matches.
Hell yeah.
I'm not down in the company. I'm just curious at why they have. Curious to ask why they have so many titles. Just at one time, did they have like a huge roster? You know.
Maybe they just like titles, man. Who knows?
Okay.
But yeah, so pretty much like there is a show every week for the next 3 weeks between SCW this week, PPW next week, ARW the following week. And then obviously DWA hitting in November. So a lot of wrestling.
SCW is going back to Steam Hollow in October.
Ooh, you see that? You're right. Yeah. What the hell is that?
On the 15th of October or something?
Nah, I think
can't remember.
It's that's August.
I'm trying to look on my phone.
It might be the 16th. No, it won't be the 16th. It's on a weekend I'm not working. I think it's October 9th.
Oh, okay. Just thinking about it, we should give a shout out to SCW's newest wrestler, El Dorado, Big Tony. I guess I seen he broke his foot.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
I don't know if it's from training or not, but if you can go to Southland Championship Wrestling Facebook and donate to GoFundMe to help Big Tony out. The newest wrestler, I think, to come out of their training center.
Yeah.
El Dorado.
Yeah, so PPW just got a hold of me. See how quickly that was?
Damn, I gotta give it to him then.
I literally messaged him while doing this show. He already messaged me back. He already sent me a thing because they're also doing a pirate booty match.
What the fuck is that?
It's kind of like their Money in the Bank.
Oh, okay.
But you got Ultra Tigre versus Kada Camillo versus Devi Locke versus Pretty Boy Chomp versus Panther Dark versus Angus McDuff.
Oh shit, Angus is coming back, huh?
Angus McDuff will be at PPW Crossfire. Angus McDuff is a former PPW heavyweight champion.
Nice. I wonder why he hasn't been at SCW lately.
I don't know. That I couldn't tell you. But hey, Paul from PPW might be down for an interview on Sunday. So let me know what your schedule is, and we'll see if we get you on. If not, I'll just sit here and do it alone. I'm used to it.
Shit. You haven't held an indie show without me.
That's true. Rockin' Wrestling with Shock the System and SCW at Steam Hollow Brewing, October 23rd.
Oh shit, we're both wrong.
Totally wrong. It's a 7 p.m. show though. It's not during the day. So.
Wow. What, are they going to have a band play while the wrestlers are wrestling?
I'm not quite sure. Let's see here. SCW Pro Wrestling, Steam Hollow Brewing, and Shock the System tag team for a tag team up. Need to fix this the word in there, SCW, for a night of explosive professional wrestling action and electrifying hardcore hits. Show starts at 7 p.m. So I'm not sure if like maybe the wrestling's from like 7 to 9, and then maybe the band's from like 9 to midnight. Right. I'm not quite sure. But that is a thing. October 23rd. Fuck yeah, I'm gonna be there. Fuck yeah, I'm gonna be there.
Well, you're pretty much the one that orchestrated the first one, so
I am, and I will take credit for that till the day I fucking die.
100%. You should. You did good with that.
And I still got paid for my own fucking ticket. Which I'm okay with. Which I am okay with.
That supports the company.
That's what it is. That's 100% what it is. I'm not asking for, I'm not asking for a cut of the door just because they happen to make more money at that whatever. But but no,
I'm what was the gate for tonight? What's the gate? What's the gate?
But I am glad that this is something different. And not only that, it gives people who are farther away from like Shabance and Clifton and all that a way to get to a show that's closer to them if they're living up. Because, I mean, I know SCW used to run Moni, and they don't run Moni anymore.
Right.
So it gives them chances. Plus, there's fucking craft beer, and they have amazing alcohol selections and all that stuff. So, so we'll put that on the calendar as well. October 23rd, we'll kind of keep track of that. So I wonder if this can't be their October show.
Yeah, because usually
it's Halloween.
Shabance,
yeah.
But in Shabance though, they October 1st to the 31st, they hold a haunted house there at the Civic Center all year, all month.
Oh, so
every
maybe
October they've always had to go somewhere else.
Maybe it is because I don't think they do Clifton anymore.
No, I'm surprised they haven't. That's a good gym.
Yeah.
So I don't know. You'll have to ask the higher ups in their ivory tower there at SCW headquarters.
Yeah, I'm busy that day.
They'll let you in. They'll let you in before they let me in.
Yeah. All right, Steve. Well, we covered SCW, we covered PPW, we discussed ARW, we discussed DWA, and then obviously SCW is Team Hollow. Is there any other shows or anything that I'm missing that we need to discuss, as far as you know, or no?
I can think of, man, because you really ain't got no cards for any other shows. So
no, and I got to find out who runs DWA because I need to kind of talk with them. First off, I need to see it's okay that we're doing this. I'm assuming it's okay because I'm guessing. I don't know who owns DWA, but I'm just going to pretend or assume that I know who it is, and the fact I bought them nachos once, so they owe me. So, yeah, I think I have an idea. I'm like 90% sure I know who owns it, but I'm not gonna say it on here because if they don't want to know, then they don't know. But I gotta go with DWA to find out if they want us to talk about their show. I gotta go hold ARW to find out if they want us to talk about the show. ARW's always been cool with me, so I'm sure that won't be a problem.
That's because you're an ARW mark. That's why.
That's because I'm an ARW supporter and fan, but I'm an indie fan itself. Now, listen, just because they had to defend themselves against the SCW bullies and shit.
We're all marks in a way. We all are.
Oh, God. Brief shout out to ballwash.com for being a sponsor of this show. If you guys had a chance to check out any of their amazing products, make sure you do so at ballwash.com. They have everything from head to toe, from hole to pole, shampoos, conditioners, body washes, personal lubricants, body scrubs. They came out with a ball spray that we found out we read about today on this freaking show. It's an odor neutralizer for your sack. So,
do we want to do a before and after picture? A ball wash? I'll be willing to do that for the show.
We'll put it on the Patreon.
Oh, yeah, make them. Well, be like OnlyFans, JFW.
Yeah, we'll throw it on the OnlyFans before October when they fucking get rid of that kind of. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go to ballwash.com, fill up your cart with all their amazing products. They have a ball subscription system there to where you can create your own subscription box, and set it up to be mailed out to you whenever you want it. It's absolutely amazing opportunity for you guys to get your ball wash products in a very easy way. And like I said, if you use the promo code FREAKNET, that's FREAKNET, at checkout, you'll save yourself 15% in your entire order. That's right, ballwash.com. Get the funk out of your junk. Make sure you pick up your ball wash. Make sure you pick up your JFW merchandise at tpublic.com. That's TEEPUBLAC.com. Search JFW. Pick up your amazing merchandise. More shirts to come out soon, I'm excited to say, because we're going to do some updates on some shirts. We got to get Steve his shirt figured out and created. Not sure what it is. I'm picturing a bleacher and one lonely guy sitting there. That's what comes to mind when I think of your shirt.
Oh, I like that.
Right?
A few bleachers, and then, I want it to represent me, so the guy's got to be big and fat, and bald, and have a bullhorn with the sign that says Illinois' most hated wrestling fan.
I don't know why, but I'm just picturing bleachers and just Steve sitting alone. That's what's in my head right now. So,
with a bullhorn and a middle finger.
And a middle finger, the big phone finger. We'll work on it. I got some ideas flowing and everything.
I like that.
Yeah. If you have any questions or comments, suggestions for me or Steve, you can message us at JFW on Facebook. Just search Just Freaking Wrestling or JFW Podcast. And make sure you choose the right JFW Podcast. Not that bullshit one that was created for the other JFW show that hasn't put a podcast out since last September. Make sure you choose the right one. And for fans of the show, there's another JFW Podcast. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, the logo's pretty nice, but they don't do fucking shows. So I'm not bitter about it though. But follow us on Facebook.
I've seen on Spotify. That's right.
Yeah. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at JFW Podcast or Just Freaking Wrestling. I've kind of jumped on Twitter a lot more often. I've been trying to mark out and getting the likes and retweets from higher up wrestlers. So it's been working out for me great. So let's go ahead and keep doing that.
Who retweeted you now? Who liked your tweet and who retweeted it?
Kevin Nash, Mickey James, Tessa Blanchard.
Get Kevin on this show. I like Kevin Nash. Always been a fan. Book that shit.
Do you have any idea how much money that would fucking cost me?
Fuck it. The sponsors pay for it.
I haven't checked my mailbox in like 2 weeks. I bet there's a bill in there because he retweeted me, and it probably cost me some fucking money.
Oh, it's Kevin Nash. Come on. He ain't doing much these days.
Yeah, but Kevin Nash will end up being on the mainstream podcast, not the indie podcast.
Fuck that. We can talk about mainstream shit on here.
Oh, God. Steve, I'm done. Let's wrap it up.
Go ahead.
Go on. No, what were you going to say? Please.
No, I was going to say, before you said you were going to go wrap it up, we can say we just got called up to the main roster when we have Kevin Nash on here. So
why? So I can release you in 3 months after I bury your ass?
That's fine. I'll go work for the competition on the Power Hour.
All right, Steve, tell everyone what they need to hear, man.
This podcast is over like most wrestlers wish they were today. Have a good one.
There you go.